session of Shakti Darshana, awakening of energy. It's a part of a journey of self-discovery, self-enquiry. Who am I? Today, the topic is freedom from suffering. Any idea why you are suffering? Why we are suffering in life? We have a number of reasons to find suffering in life. Because of that fellow, because of this fellow, because of this situation, because this is what happened. We have 1,000 things to find out, or 1,000 things to blame in life. Past events, right? People. Do you know? This is not a reason at all. There's no, this is not, none of this is reason for suffering. Unnecessarily we blame people. Unnecessarily we find fault with others. So do you know why you are suffering?
We think bad about us.
So you don't really worship Divine Mother, Shakti. You have forgotten Shakti. You have forgotten Divine Mother, energy. Let us look at the energy aspect and how it's related to our Shakti. How our suffering is. So, I have shown you the figure of the supreme awareness, non-dual, which we call as I. Whenever you use the word I, you are referring to the real I. So, we are also referring to fake I, false I, which is the body and mind and intellect. And we live in the illusion that the fake I, the body, mind, intellect is doing something. So that's actually not real I. It's a body, mind, intellect is a ego. Illusion is ego. It's not at all doing anything. It's just an instrument. But we start giving more importance to the instrument compared to the reality. Whenever you say I, you are really referring to the real I. But you are confusing with the body, mind, intellect. Right? So the real I appears in your life as I am, which you call as God self. Okay, Ishvara. So the I is the transcendental self. And that God self appears in your body mind complex. Has how? Light, which is awareness, Atma, light of self, light, love, and energy, which I call in Sanskrit Pradna, Prema, Prana. Pradna, Prema, Prana. It appears as 3 in your life. Okay. So now, Jiva, which is actually what we call as me, the ego, always wants more. I want more. Whatever you give, it's not satisfied. Dil mange more. Right? Continuously you are asking for more. So the very fact that you're asking for more makes you shrink. That's the cause of suffering. Let me explain how it is. So what happens? These 3 light. First light is called awareness. It's called Jnana Shakti, power of knowledge. So second thing is love, which manifests as Ichcha Shakti. I want this, desire. And then third is called what we call as power of action, Kriya Shakti. Okay. Power of knowledge, power of Desire. Actually, love the love manifests as power of desire. Okay. So now, three divine powers operate in our life. They are called Shaktis. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Jnana Shakti operates from head, brain, nervous system. Ichha Shakti from heart center, and Kriya Shakti from the belly, life force. So, Pradna, Prema, Prana. Right? So now, the God self, I am, only is giving. It's not asking for anything. Always gives. There's no expectation of anything in return. It's radiating energy. Always. What about us? We are always seeking energy, taking energy. Whatever amount of energy we have, we are not satisfied. Knowledge, we are never satisfied. Desire, we are never satisfied. And to achieve desire, we want to do so much of action. Always we are perpetually in the mode of receiving. Understand? So we are always in a mode of beggar. All our prayers to God are, please give me something more. So when you're constantly seeking, I give me, then what's your consciousness? The consciousness is called beggar consciousness. We constantly live in beggar consciousness because we are never satisfied with what we have. Never. We always want more. So then when you are in a beggar consciousness, you shrink. Actually, we are begging from the world. Give me happiness. We are seeking happiness from friends. We are seeking happiness from relatives. We are seeking happiness from power and position. Is there a little bit of happiness in any of those? Constantly we beg for happiness. We are not really begging from God actually. We are begging for happiness from the world, object of world. So now, if you live in beggar consciousness, will you ever be happy and peaceful? Will you ever be happy? So that's why we shrink. We become small. We think that by getting more and more, we become grow. In fact, we are shrinking. We are becoming small. Because no amount of more we have, no, we will not be satisfied. That means you become smaller. And always you have somebody to compare. That person has more than me. This person has more than me. This situation is better than this. Every time you compare, you make yourself small. And you are very good in making yourself small. Huh? The smallness is your problem. That's your suffering. You make yourself small and then cry that, okay, I'm suffering. You have to look at your life, how you are making yourself small. You are comparing with everybody, somebody else. That person has more. I don't have more. The moment somebody has more, I'll become small. The moment I have to get something, I become small. So what consciousness do you live in? A beggar consciousness. Beggar will never be suffering. Beggar will always be suffering. Ask yourself, are you living in beggar consciousness? What are you seeking? From your friends, from power, position, from relatives. You are constantly looking for attention. Friends have to give me attention. Relatives have to give me attention. Are you not craving for attention? If you are craving for attention, what you are living? You are living in a beggar consciousness. Can beggar be happy? If you are constantly comparing somebody, and no matter what you do, whatever you achieve in life, always there is somebody who is better than you. Always you make yourself small. Your smallness causes you suffering. You shrink because you are only in the receiving mode, not knowing that the love, light, and life, prajna, prema, and prana is coming from God. It's not coming from anybody. So my father, I've heard, my father was actually, he was looking for a job. In those days, it was very struggle to look for a job, get a job. And he was living in poverty. But he had got a very good mark in SLC. He goes and shows the mark to somebody who is a senior position. Can I get a job here? That person throws that marks card. Who needs your marks card? I don't care. So my father got so hurt in life. He came out. He said, from this moment onwards, I will not ask anybody in the world. I will ask only God. God is the only giver. All of you have forgotten that God is the only giver. Love, light, and life is coming from God, not from people, not from circumstances. And that is the lesson my father taught us. Only giver is God. Ultimately, what are you looking for? You are looking for love, light, and life, which is coming from God, not from people. But you are looking from people and trying to extract from that. It's like trying to get water from stone. Is it possible? So love, light, and life, you are trying to extract from the society, from power, position, money. Whereas love, light, and life is coming from God. You are looking in the wrong direction. Look at your life. Why you have made your life miserable? Constant comparing with people, constant comparing with situation, constantly saying this situation is not favorable to me. My dear, ultimately you ask yourself, what are you looking in life? You are only looking for love, light, and life. It doesn't come from outside world. It only comes from God. I am principle, the God self. If only you knew how to get it from God's self, your suffering will end. Instead of that, you again pray to God. What? God, please make this situation better. Please make sure that this is. So actually, your prayer to God is to ask for changing circumstance, changing the people, changing the power and position. Thinking that the love, light, and self is coming from the outer. In fact, you should ask God directly, love, light, and life. Why ask about people and indirectly? Why are you begging something indirectly? Look at life. What are you looking for? You are looking for love. When you're looking for relationships, you're looking for love. Okay? Does love come from relationships? Love comes from God. God self. And then you're looking for knowledge. Of course, we have to study somewhere, right? The knowledge and awareness, ultimately your nervous system has to function. It comes from God. So we have to apply in the society what you will receive from God, rather than seek from the society. The moment you constantly seek from the society, compare within the society, then you are shrinking. The shrinking is suffering because I can't accept the shrinking. So what do you have to do? You have to change your mode of operation, functioning. How? So the first picture which represents here is shrinking. Our consciousness, our mind is shrinking. When shrinking is suffering, we are living in a poverty mentality. I need more, I need more, I need more. Dil mange more. This is called beggar consciousness. In beggar consciousness, you're constantly becoming small and small. But in reality, we are Brahman, infinity. When you are trying to squeeze yourself into small and small, you suffer. Understand? That's called beggar mentality. Beggar consciousness. Contraction will happen. So the contraction, the symbol of contraction is I want. I want something from my friends. I want something from my power. I want something from money. I want something from God. Want. Look at your life. Be frank. Be true to yourself. What is the predominant word in your mind? When you are praying to God, I want. When you are praying to friends, when you are begging your friends, I want. When you are looking for comparison, I want something. If you are living in I want mentality, you are living in beggar consciousness. All your prayers are nothing but begging only. Prayers to God. What are you praying to God? So you're not praying to God, give me love, light, and life. You are asking, oh, this has to happen in my life, that has to happen in my life, this should be better. It's about objects. What kind of prayer you do? Do you do such prayers? All our prayers are to improve circumstance life. Oh God, give me some wisdom to my husband. Or to my wife. Or to somebody. I'm not asking for awareness and wisdom to me. Love, light, I am not asking. Always that somebody who has to be repaired, not me. So you shrink. Shrinking happens when you are constantly asking for something. So what is second picture? Second picture is expansion. You constantly expand. So beggar consciousness to go to abundance consciousness, abundance mentality. Simply understand, love, light, and life is what I'm seeking in life. It's not the friends, it's not the money, it's not the power. I'm seeking love, light, and life, and more in life, my life. When I say peace, it's about light, awareness. And this can only come from God. It cannot come from people, situations, circumstances. In fact, when you are trying to extract love, light, and life from people, you'll make their life miserable. When you try to extract love, light, and life from the money or power or position, you mess up with your life and make somebody else's life miserable. You are spreading misery when you shrink. When you expand, the expansion has to happen. How? So beggar mentality, you have to change to abundant mentality. So now the question here is abundant mentality. I don't have the abundant mentality. Okay, I don't have abundance. If I have something, I can give. So simple thing. Oh, if I have love, I can give. I don't know. I don't myself have love. Don't have love. Now I like you. If I have something, I have a knowledge, I can give. If myself don't have knowledge, what will I give? I don't have energy. I'm so depressed. I don't have energy. How I can give? That question will come. Does that question come?
Love and life. A life, another prana.
Life is energy.
Yeah.
No. Energy. So you are actually, the moment you go to near some people, will they get depressed or they'll get energized? Are you making people depressed? Are you making full of energy? Huh? Understand? Near some people you go, you feel more energetic. Near some people you go, we shrink, depressed. So are you inspiring people? Are you energizing people? Are you making depressed? Ask yourself. That's love, life, and energy. Right? So why this simple principle, please understand. You will expand when you are changed to abundance consciousness, because you are nothing but reflection of God. Understand? You are Chidabhasa, reflection of God. A Jiva is nothing but Paramatma reflecting the body-mind complex. Understand? And what is the nature of Paramatma? What is the nature of Atma? Give. And if you don't live according to your father, who is God, give, you are living miserable. You are living ulta. Understand? God's nature is to give, and you are made in reflection of God. Instead of giving, you ask, give me more. They're seeking. Then your life is miserable now. You're living a very ulta of God's life now. Very reverse of God's life you are living. Are you understanding? Say, you get angry with children when they don't behave. Do you think, are my child, you are like child, you like behave like this? I'm ashamed that you are behaving like this. That means my child should behave like me. When you are God's child, why are you behaving not like God, but some other miserable creature? Are you understanding? If you are a God's child, you should live like God. You should have divine consciousness. Divine consciousness is about giving, it's not getting. This is where Atmano Mokshatam Jagadaya comes. So, develop a consciousness, no beggar. I want to give. I want to give. So then, more and more will come from you, God. Whatever you are seeking will come to you unasked for. God doesn't need your prayer to give something. I mean, a reminder, please. God, you have so many people that just take my reminder. If you are living properly, the God will give you an abundance. See, if your child is wisely spending whatever money you give, if the child is taking care of the money properly, will you not give more? Do you have to ask? So if you are love, light, and life given to you, if you are able to wisely give out, more love, light, and will come to you. That's what you're seeking for. This is the meaning of Atmano Mokshatam Jagadaya. Are you getting what I'm saying? Atmano Mokshatam means, who am I? That means, again, constantly remember, I am the divine child. Jagadaya means what? If I am divine child, what should my role? Give me, give me, give me. No. Take it. So constantly you plug to God one side, that's called Atmano Mokshatam. Jagadaya means constantly give it out. The more you give, more will flow into you. Love, light, and life will flow into your life. The more you are able to inspire other people, more inspiration comes to you. More you are able to share love with others, care for others, more love comes into your life. You don't have to beg for it. More knowledge and wisdom you give to others in the form of Jnana Yatna, more will come to you. Is it very complicated? Huh?
It's practical.
Very simple. We are actually living a life which is against the nature. That's why you are suffering. The nature is to give. Our nature is to hold, accumulate. Our nature should flow. So then you are in tune with the universal nature. The more and more will come to you. Abundance will come to you. Abundance you don't have to ask. You never need to pray to God. Please give me. God knows what to give. It's always there. So your focus should be what I can give. Jagadithaya. And Atmano Moksha means constantly remind yourself, who am I? I am the divine child. Where is your misery? Imagine your father is there. So okay. You'll not be afraid. A powerful father says, Mera baap hai. Dekh lega. You'll take care. You don't have to go and tell your father. Father knows what to do. The father, divine father knows what to do. Divine mother knows how to give energy to you. Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. This is Lakshmi, Durga and Saraswati. Ichcha Shakti is Lakshmi. Durga is Kriya Shakti. Saraswati is Jnana Shakti. What are you seeking? Learn to give and more will come to you. Learn to live like a divine child rather than a miserable child. If you are in a beggar consciousness, you will constantly shrink. If you are a giver consciousness, you will always expand. Just imagine. See, Baba, paisa de de. How miserable the person will feel. Huh?
Get used to it.
A beggar feels miserable. The giver is always apparent. He gives. What consciousness you are living in? Being a divine child, your nature is to give out. Being a divine child, your nature is to remember the consciousness. Who am I? Atma Mokshatma. And Jagaditaya, service. Simple. So, this is the law of nature. Please understand. Look at the law of nature. In law of nature, nobody holds. Everybody is trying to give to something else. That's the energy flow. It's a constantly there's energy flow. The rains will cloud. The clouds will rain. Rain will go to a river. The lake. Lake will evaporate, become cloud. Again comes back. The energy is constantly moving. That's the law of nature. So, the energy is constantly moving. The more energy flow happens, the more the movement happens, the more there will be flow. A stagnant place, stagnant lake rots. A river is always fresh. What have you become in life? A stagnant lake which just knows how to accumulate. Only mosquitoes will breed there. Look at your life. What is your life? Is there a stagnant pool or a flowing river? Stagnant pool only knows how to get something. A river is know how to give. Right? So that's what Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. The nature, law of nature. What is the law of nature? Is those who eat, okay, remains of sacrifice are freed from all sins. Sins is suffering here. That means once you do yajna, yajna phala is there, no? That you take as prasadam. I'll explain. So yajna phala, those who eat yajna phala, they are nourished. Okay. And those who cook food for themselves, this is not about food actually, it's about anything in life. Only do for themselves and eat. They eat sin only, means suffering only. A selfish life is only suffering. A non-selfish life is joy. Selfless life is joy. Selfish life is suffering. So here it is told in terms of food actually. In reality, it is not food. It is about anything. See, for example, I'll take you. Okay, give an example. Let us say you want to cook food for yourself. Okay, you are only at home. What will you do? Rasam, rice. That also rice, yesterday's rice remaining. Okay, rasam, you will do something. Okay. But suddenly 4 people come to your house, guests. Then you have to do different variety of pulse, you see, and make sure that they are proper. Right? Understand? You will not do rice and rasam, no. Yesterday rice you don't give, no. You have to do properly, feed them. Then what will happen? You will do it well. Then once feeding them, you also eat that well. Not yesterday's rice you are eating. You are doing for somebody and then you eat. Then it's a yadna prasada remains. For example, I do this teaching, right? If I say, no, I want to get jnana, okay, no time I'll get saturated. But I want to give to people so that they understand. Then more and more, every day new ideas will come to me. Every day you see, new things will come to me. Because I have to give to you people. If I have to give to you people, I have to give fresh knowledge, fresh wisdom. So that means I'll get more. What I eat is yadna prasada, jnana yadna. Right? So I want love. Who can give you love other than God? Start giving love. Start sharing and caring for people. Give out. Then more God will give from the consciousness, more comes to you. This is the law of nature. You are suffering because you are completely working against nature. Is the Adna meaning clear? So let us contemplate for a few minutes. Close your eyes. Become aware of your life. In my life of 30 or 40 or 50 years, am I ever satisfied? Always I want something more. Something I get, I want something more. Am I not living in always a lack of something in my life? Is this not beggar consciousness? How I can live, how I can give, so that I have expanded consciousness. Contemplate, sitting silently, whatever I have taught so far, and how to apply in your life. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You are that Tattvamasi. Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanannani, Shivoham, 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 Om Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamuduchyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam, Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyakjyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmiham. Slowly open your eyes. Light of Self Foundation is 25-year-old organization. Atma Jyotis, Divine Light of the Self, are the volunteers working here selflessly for self-realization and sharing love, wisdom, and peace with the world. Jagaditaya. Atman Mokshatam Jagaditaya. You are welcome to look at our website, YouTube channel, share videos with your friends. Namaste. Anybody has a question? Anybody on Zoom, any questions?
Giving a like example, a depression. Giving a inspiration. So, in our outer, we will be looking for, receiving. ಅದು ಆ ಲೈಫ್ ಲವ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪವರು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಈ ಲೈಫ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ
Energy, inspiration. No, you don't have to receive from anybody. You need to live a life which inspires people.
Expect not.
Oh.
Love like
So I'll inspiration. See, we are looking for inspiration. If I get a promotion, I'll work hard. My energy will come only. So I didn't get my promotion. I'm good. See, that person didn't say thank you to me. My energy is puss. See, I get so much of thing. At least you should have said thanks, no? So you're constantly looking for something external to get inspired. Right? So the question here is love, life, and energy. Right? Light, life, love, and life. Light is I can give some wisdom or knowledge I can share. Love is I can share and care with others. What about energy? So right now, constantly you're looking for energy from the outer world. So if you say thanks to me, then I get some energy. Otherwise, I won't talk to you. Is my energy depend on your thanks? Huh? Is my energy depend on your appreciation? I am self-motivated. I am the divine child. I'm full of energy. I can give energy. I can give love. I can give wisdom. It's completely, our suffering is because we are living a wrong life, not according to divine law. We are living life according to human law.
Not ask because he knows what to do.
See, the God is, you are asking, if you look at, we should not ask God, I didn't say. But what are you asking God? You have to say, ask. So you start giving it and it will come to you. Once you start giving, you don't have to ask. See, let us say, I'll take the example. Okay, you give 100 rupees to your child. If he goes and spoils this thing, the child has to come back and ask money. If he is using 100 rupees, probably he'll give more, no? He doesn't need to ask. He already is given. Love, light, and life is given to you when you started life. So, love, light, and life has to grow in your life. That's your purpose of your life. Your whole life is love, light, and life. What is given by God should expand through me. Why it's contracting? Why it's shrinking? So, Shravan, any questions? Vipin?
Pray for all of us by Sabko Sanmati De Bhagwan. Is it correct?
Sabko Sarmad. Yes, Shravan, yes.
No question, Guruji.
It's very nice.
It's, yeah, really great.
Have any point of time you have come from beggar consciousness, come out of beggar consciousness, even God will start begging. Not about love, light, and life. Something has to happen. Right? Sabko Sanmati De Bhagavan is good intention. Okay? That's about love. But your energy has to expand. Mai kya karu? भगवान तुम काम करो, सबको सरमत दो, मेरा काम क्या है? See, we are always good in saying, God, you take care. Fine, that's okay. But what I am going to do through this instrument, that's the energy, Shakti. Understand? We are very good in saying, Prime Minister has to look after the country. Fine. But is there a role for me? सबको सरमत देने में मेरा काम क्या है? So question is, I pray to Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Fine, that's very good. It's a good intention. It comes in the form of Jnana Shakti and Ichcha Shakti. But Kriya Shakti has to operate through, what I can do about it. I have to do something, no? Yes, sir. Vipin, sir.
Guruji Pranam.
Pranam.
Guruji,
Question? Gayatri.
I would.
No. Just continue recording. Okay. Yes, sir.
Guruji, I want to know the role of silence. Ramana Maharishi ji gave to others through